After round 4 at Deer Lakes, Will Schustrick was left with a one-stroke lead over Paul Macbeth. Will he have what it takes to stay on top, or will Moraine State Park bring out the beast in Paul to take the lead away? To find out, stay tuned as Disc Golf Monthly starts now. Welcome to another edition of Disc Golf Monthly. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the Professional Disc Golf Association Professional Disc Golf World Championships. Hello everyone, I'm Carl Cubbage, joined by fellow disc golfer. You know him by now. He's a household name, Jimmy McIlvaine, the legend from Delaware. Jimmy, here we are at the PDGA Worlds again in Pennsylvania. We haven't been here since 2005. We're here on day 4, round number 5, following the top pros at a great park. Tell us about Moraine State Park.
Dude, this is one of the top 10 courses, hands down, in my opinion. I've shot some highest rated rounds here. This course has it all. There's some chances for some huge swings on every single hole. It's not one of those courses where there's a whole lot of OB. You have to make some serious disc golf shots to score well here.
Well, Jimmy, it's been pretty exciting up to now, and at the men's professional open level, they're pretty tight here at the top.
I'm telling you right now, Paul pulled off a course record at Deer Lakes yesterday, and he has moved within a stroke of Will. And the players that we're about to follow here they're just awesome players.
Well, I'm going to get into what it takes, but who are these top players we're going to be following here on day 4, round number 5, Jimmy?
Cool. In first place with a 221 is Will Schustrick from Madison, Tennessee. And in second place with a 222 is Paul Macbeth from Huntington Beach, California. And Ricky Wazaki in third place with a 224. And he's from Fort Mill, South Carolina. And in fourth with a 228 is Nico LaCastro from Grass Valley, California.
Quite a leaderboard here at the top, Jimmy. We've got Paul Macbeth, the 3-time world champion, going against some great players here. They all have great shots. What's it going to take for them to really make a move here at Moraine?
They're going to have to make shots that are on the fairway. You can't get off the fairway a whole lot. I mean, there's places here to make up room. There's not a lot of OB, not a lot of places. I mean, you can make recovery shots, but you're not going to want to do it all day. I mean, this is going to be these 4 players. First off, they're all 4 different sponsor players. They each have a different sponsor, and they each play a little bit different. You're going to see an aggressiveness off of, especially Paul. Paul may be the most aggressive player, playing right now. Nico doesn't even understand laying up for anything. I mean, he's just all out constantly. Those types of that play can be really rewarded here, or it can be just the opposite. It could get you into some serious, serious trouble here.
Well, they've got different games, Jimmy. And let's talk a little bit about putting, because putting always rules supreme. Like you've said, you've shot some of your best rounds at Moraine. What do you think with these group of players in terms of putting? Who might have an edge here?
I don't think there's any doubt as far as putting goes. Paul Macbeth has the edge. Paul Macbeth is probably the best putter there is right now. I mean, I know that people go, oh, back and forth, there's this or that. But under pressure, Paul's proven time in and time out that he can hit putts from anywhere under any given circumstances. It doesn't matter. You'll see people make a long putt and the guy choke off on a 30-foot putt. Paul Macbeth does not do that. This, those things don't even they don't even enter his mind. It's just not, he's just not that type of player.
Well, Jimmy, you have set the bar pretty high for Paul, and I think what we're going to do, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, let's see if Paul's got his putting game today as we take this 5th round at day 4. Take a quick break. Please stay with us.
World Championships of Professional Disc Golf. The action is right around the corner.
He's out.
All right, folks, here we are. We're at basket one. It's a par 3, 372 feet. Will Schustrick is going to start us off here.
This is a great opening hole.
Blazing down the middle.
Yeah, he just didn't get it quite high enough to get it there.
The three-time reigning world champion, Paul Macbeth. Does he make his move this round? Great height on that one.
That is such a nice shot on this hole.
Ricky Wasaki. Got a great backhand. Forehand, I'm sorry. Caught a tree. Nico LaCastro.
I just didn't get it over in time.
Guys, wait for the players.
Jump putt, kind of hyzers out, but it's pin high left. Ooh, just off the rim. Kind of an odd stance for Will there. He's got that other foot up high, one down low. See if he can get the balance and hit the putt. Nope, just a little shy to the left. Paul Macbeth in perfect position.
And we have a tie at the top.
There we go. Paul has made the move on the first hole. Nice delivery on the putt there by Ricky. Nico with that straddle putt, he uses that for everything. All right, there we go. You can see Paul is tied Will now, and it's still tight here at the top. Folks, this is basket two. It's a par 4, 453 feet. Look at that nice, tight little
Yeah, you know this
there.
is something I'm loving here. Second half of this goes uphill pretty well.
He knew it was going right at it.
That was a total misfire.
Well, down the middle. Boy, look at that thing. Beautiful. Nico catches a tree and kicks right. Paul looks like he's got a little tough stance there, Jimmy.
Yeah, I didn't actually expect him to be even in that good a position.
Wow, pulls that thing off.
That is a great shot.
Wow, what a
That's going
shot
to give him
there.
a putt. Now, there's not a lot of OB on this course, but there is a little bit of strong OB up there.
You can see it. Right through the gap. I can't tell you how many times I've gacked it and hit either the right or the left tree. Nice execution there, Nico. That's the forehand shot around. Paul still got some work here. Oh, man, right to the center, Jimmy.
I think I said something about the best putter in the world.
You did say something in the opening, and he's holding true to it. Will gets his putt right there. Nico finds the heart. Help, star frame, birdies around, folks.
That was a huge save by both Paul and
Incredible.
Nico.
Here we are on basket 3. It's a par 3, 288 feet.
There's a small amount of OB in front of the basket. It shouldn't come into play at all. This is a putter, maybe a mid-range for these guys.
Whoa, valet parking right there.
Yeah, someone
About 18 inches from the pole.
Someone came to play today.
Well, gets it up high, coming back around. Yeah, have a little work there. Ricky going at it. Just a little bit in the backside there.
One of the things you will see about this course is that there's usually some type of rough behind the baskets.
Nico a little deep. He gave that a good run. Yeah. Wow, almost put that one in. That was a nice forehand. Boy, that kind of slashed on him. Just dipped a little bit low. Pours it in.
Yeah, 288-foot hole. These guys are all throwing a putter on. They all expect to birdie this. So I'm sure Will and Nico are not really happy right this second.
Will with a par there. Now Paul with that one-stroke lead. This is basket 4. It's a par 4, 468 feet.
Lots of elevation change once again right at the halfway point. You just want to get up there and have a clean shot to the basket.
Boy, that is clean. You know, Paul has that very slow, smooth, deliberate run-up, and it just explodes at the end. Absolutely explodes. It's a good tip for some of our newer players that are trying to run up there at 90 miles an hour before they throw.
You're not going to see any of these guys doing that. It's a last second of wow.
Boy, that got caught in the roots there. No skip.
Yeah, it's a couple times now. He's throwing either too high or too low.
Nico turns that over. Catches the bottom of the tree. The cut and skip. Big skip.
You should be able to appreciate that.
I love skip shots, as you know. As smooth and fluid as you could be, and look at the results right there.
If Paul's going to leave himself with Nova approaches all day, these guys are in trouble.
Nico puts it right up there. Caught a branch, but that
It's
slowed
fine.
it down. He's right there. Between the trees. Nothing but chains. Nice shot, Will. Nico, no problem on that one. Paul right in the middle. Another star frame. Birdie's around. Paul still on top by 1 stroke. Jimmy, we're moving on to basket 5. It's a par 3, 276 feet.
It's going to be a flick shot for almost all these guys.
Gotta like that unique delivery that Paul gets on his flick shots.
Well, they're playing like a couple of short holes first, so they have to score quickly here. This course is about to get a lot longer.
Looks like that might be a little bit early, and it was. Well, a little bit early as well. Nico swings it out more. All right, not too bad right there.
Yeah, this is like the 3rd hole. You cannot be missing this birdie at this level. It's just something that will come back and haunt you.
Right off the rim.
And will miss both of them.
Steely eye focus just drains that one. Paul Macbeth on a tear here as we start. Nice birdie for Nico. Birdie for Paul and Nico. Paul with a 2-stroke lead. Moving on to basket 6, a par 5, 1,026 feet. Now we're getting there, Jimmy.
Paul's looking in the air. This is normally a roller for these guys. Paul's looking at something totally different.
Wow.
Crowds sound like they appreciated that.
Nico gets the roller. Heading towards the cameraman. Still had some juice after it nailed that tree. Let's see what Ricky does with his roller.
Well, this is the reason to throw the roller is to get around the trees, but Paul took the trees completely out.
Wow. Will catches an early tree trying to get the roller down. Nice
Couldn't tell. Looked like a nice recovery.
Nico's got a tough stance there. I'm sure he's going to guns a-blazing on this one.
Got spiders looking for it.
Wow.
I think he's off in the rough pretty badly.
Goes high and right. What a nice landing there, Jimmy. He's going to stay down low. There's really nothing in the way.
No, he...
Oh. Nico is in the rough.
He might actually be fortunate where he's at, where everybody was looking. Yeah, he needs to get up and down right now.
Oh, that's a tough break there, Jimmy. You hate to see that happen.
You know, that's the price you pay for being an aggressive player, though. He went aggressive off the second shot, and you know, if he had made that shot, it would have been awesome. And that's just the way he plays.
Nice recovery. Lands it close. Gave it a run.
Stayed in, all right.
Nice pace on that one. All right, nice birdie there by Paul Macbeth. The only bird. Look at him, 3 strokes.
6 holes, 6 down.
Basket 7 here, par 3, 345 feet.
This is a really big air shot. They're going to take it over these trees and just hyzer down.
Paul sends it up high, cutting back.
He's a little wide, but he's still in his range.
Ricky a little bit higher. Caught
Couple
some
of leaves there.
Yeah.
Now that might be short.
Nico full bore. He's up there.
That looked really good. This is one of these holes I like to call a practice hole, where you just need to pick the right spot and be in it.
Good run on the jump putt.
Take about 15, 20 shots and just know exactly where you want to be.
Ricky, nice putt. Dead center. Big birdie there. I can't believe he made it. Nice putt.
It doesn't bother. That's what I was saying
He
before. It
is
doesn't
so
bother.
focused,
It
Jim.
doesn't
He's
bother
so
him.
focused.
The guy can make the 50-footer in front of him, and he just goes ahead and makes it.
Nico hits the chains with that angle. Just cuts out. Ricky and Paul with the birdies there. It's a 4-stroke lead at the top. Paul Macbeth, what a display. Here we are on basket 8. It's a par 4, 582 feet. gallery is growing.
So it's the righty hyzer off the tee pad through a small little pinch gap,
That was
and
nice.
then slightly back to the right. Sort of a snake. And Will may have gone a little long on this. You have to hit that pinch point right.
You go with a hot low one. Get a good skip there. All right. Good shot there.
That's a drawing board.
Nice execution
Just,
there.
wow.
Well, Will's got to get through some stuff there off to the right.
Yeah, this was in a bad
Goes for that
spot.
cut roller.
He should still get his 4 though, but
Oh, Nico, come on, through it somehow.
He got through some trees. Talk to it, Nico. Gave it a nice run, Will.
once again, you see that rough on the backside of the basket though. It's almost a theme here.
Rick with the big putt. Oh, beautiful strike. Nico, no problem getting the birdie there. Oh, just a tough rollback. Just not enough oomph on that down low putt. Well, 3 birdies and a bogey from Will, and 5 strokes on the top. Paul Macbeth, 3-time world champion.
And Will just fell into 3rd place.
Here we are, basket 9, a par 3, 414 feet.
This really bends into the right, and there's a steep downhill
Big
slope
high
behind it.
crush. Ricky's roller goes by our cameraman.
That is really nice on this hole.
Olay. Nico's roller.
It's still going. It is still going. Hang on, it's still going.
Oh, here comes. Will got stuck in there. There's Will off to the left. Smooth delivery out of trouble. The jump anti-putt just misses. Well, that's got some downhill over there, Jimmy.
Yes, it does.
Jump putt from Paul way up there. Oh, and just misses it. Oh, look at that. Faced with the hill behind him. Just nerves of steel as he puts that putt in there.
He's not done. He's not going to give up. Wow.
Wow, that's tough. No medal whatsoever on that one from Will. Solid. Well,
Down to 4 strokes.
here we go, folks. This is basket 10, par 4, 570 feet. Let's see if Ricky can keep the train rolling.
Once again, there's some huge elevation on the second end of this hole.
Almost takes out the cameraman again.
There you go.
Will's got some juice on that one. Catches a tree.
Didn't see it finish. He's on fire right now. There's your skip.
There's a beaut. You know, it looks easy looking at it, but these are not easy shots, Jimmy. They are just executing.
Come on.
Nico
Catches a branch, knocks it down.
This course will make you execute shots. There's not a lot of room for error.
Oh, off the rim, tough roll. Nico with an uphill putt here. He's going to make it a jump putt. He's outside the circle. Hits the chains out. All right, Will, who rolled away, let's see if he can recover. Oh, that was nice. Did Paul just make a putt? Paul makes his putt, no problem. No problem. Here we got 2 birdies there. Ricky's still running with Paul. He's got to try to catch him. This is basket 10. It's a par 4, 570 feet. Beautiful look there off the tee. Ricky not happy hitting that tree.
He's trying to climb that hill. This is a really tough par 3. I mean, it's just nasty. First, you got to clear these few trees, and then it's just so uphill that last little bit.
Nico not too happy with that. Ricky likes to get down on those forehand shots. Skip up, slide.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the 3 here. If you get it, you know, don't take a big number here.
Nico puts it up close. Can Paul hit this long one? Nope, he knew that wasn't going, but he was close. Big jump putt. Will just short.
Exciting.
Pars around. This is basket 12. It's a par 4, 678 feet.
It's the big righty hyzer, either low or high.
Boy, and he went high.
You just kind of crash into the woods and hope you get a lane to the basket.
Well, it's good to get that feedback.
Oh, get flat.
Paul's hoping it doesn't cut too much.
They're looking in the woods. There you go. As long as they keep looking in the woods, you're fine.
Nico blasted up high as well. Well, going for that skip.
Yeah, see, Nico got up too high and came back almost, you know what I mean? Swung backwards a little bit. You want to be in this lane. Like that. You can make that shot, right? Standing still?
That standing still, that's a tough shot. I certainly could make it to one of those trees that were in front of me.
Come on, hurry.
Look at that. Oh, baby.
Wow, Will went by the basket.
Little downhill look. Nope, underneath the basket. Nico for the par. Tough break there. Ricky with the birdie. Yep, Paul and Ricky with the birdies. Folks, this is basket 13. It's a par 3, 282 feet.
It's a really tight little hole. I'm going to bend off to the right a little bit. Maybe too much.
That is nice. Oh,
Yeah.
slid right under the basket just by it.
Another nice shot.
Right there, just right next to the pole. Nico going for the basket, just faded a little bit. He's right there.
Yeah, he is. That it came in a little early, but he's fine.
Oh, tough break for Ricky. Another birdie would have been sweet. Paul takes advantage and gets his birdie. Nico with an easy one. Well, 3 birdies in the par for Ricky. Paul extends his lead. Up by 5. Moving on to basket 14. It's a par 4, 516 feet.
It's a tough hole off the tee pad. There's a lot of things happening about 250 feet out.
Yep, and one was.
And there's
right
also
there.
a lot of things happening just before the basket, too.
Looks like Will's got the lane to get through that stuff.
Yeah, he did.
You know, Jimmy, I noticed a lot of these guys they're holding the disc with two hands all the way up to the end, taking their offhand and kind of touching it to the end. I've never really noticed that before. Not Ricky, but Paul does it. Nico does
Just a
it.
preference, I'm sure. It's like Paul blowing on his fingers. I'm sure it's just one of those things you get used to doing. All right. All right. That was just stupid good. You have no idea.
Tough position for a roller there, and he pulled it off.
Ricky with a really nice shot. Will's drive was incredible.
Here we go.
And a really nice roller.
Oh, that looked a little high, but it sucked it in.
Did I mention he might be the best putter in the world?
Absolutely. You haven't seen me from 20 feet in the living room. Nice shot there, Ricky. Star frame birdies around.
That's a really nice playing out hole.
Okay, folks, here we are at basket 15, a par 4, 843 feet.
All right, the prettiest hole on the course by far. You know, play down to this corner and then swing out toward the marina. And there's the marina.
That's beautiful. Great view of the hole.
The guys who are throwing backhand are just trying to set it up there on the corner to throw the big hyzer shot over the trees. If you get lucky, you might even be able to just throw directly at it.
A little bit of a lower line.
Hugging it.
A close-up view of Nico here as he gets ready to throw.
Yeah, this is just the hyzer shot. Ricky may have gotten into a position where he can take the more direct line.
Go.
There it is. There's the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty hole.
It is. It's easily the prettiest hole on the course.
Paul not too happy with that one.
It dropped though. It may even be short, and he was worried about it getting down. It just dropped for him.
He may have clipped some of that second tree there, Jimmy.
Ricky got a really favorable roll down the
He's
hill.
got the good look right at it.
Well, that's what you get, though, by taking the more direct line. You get a chance to do something like that.
Oh, that was a nice putt. Oh,
I'm just telling you, that's the hardest putt there is.
he
I
must
don't
have
care.
that thing on remote control.
When someone makes that big putt in front of you, it is just so hard to make that putt.
Pour that one in there, Ricky. Oh, man, Nico just a little bit off here. All right, well, we've got 3 birdies in the par. Paul leading by 5 here. This is basket 16. It's a par 5, 663 feet.
Okay, there's a tree line and a really elevated hit right in the middle of this hole again. And that was a miss.
Wow, that looked like me throwing. Oh, roller. That's insane. Sit.
He may have gotten through.
Ricky looking to split the difference.
Watch it. Coming in. It's deflected. Hell.
All right, Nico takes the hat off.
I was getting ready to say, we're going for it now. Here we go. Miscut putts, we are playing.
Jimmy, he's got nothing on your hairdo, man. Nothing at all. Here it comes.
I told you, man. We're here to play now.
As you can see, we've got a large gallery, not only behind the players, but midway up the fairways. Everybody trying to get in a position to see this great play. There it goes.
I know that like a lot of people will tell you to play to the right of this hole, but I was there when and seen this that where Nico actually got to. It's actually pretty open over there.
Crowd liked that shot.
So this is Paul's second shot. It's open for the righty hyzer over here.
He throws a low skipper. Beautiful skip. Right there.
There is a huge drop off behind that basket, though. I will tell you that, just so before everybody gets too excited.
Can you see Paul getting screwed on a shot like that? He's been playing phenomenal. Nico is down there.
Yeah, but Nico's down there on his second shot.
Bam! Open.
Got to take the hat off, brother, and play.
Will fires it up, but hits
Wow.
the rim. And Paul's in the ditch, but not that
Yeah,
far
he did
away.
not get it.
No problem. Center chains. Nico tore it up on that hole.
The nice eagle.
That was beautiful. Look at that eagle. Folks, we're getting close to the end. This is basket 17, par 3, 315 feet.
This is really tucked around to the right.
Nico puts the hat back on.
But he's going for this. Yeah, the small gap.
That was hot.
Paul with the wide mid-range.
Just right down the pipe.
Ricky with a small gap.
Ooh. Got some thrill seekers here. Go from the short side.
Yeah, it might be the angle, though. It might be a little bit bigger than you're thinking it is. And a roller. So we were just doing it all here.
That's it. All right, we're getting close to the basket. Paul just out of view there. Oh, my goodness. What a shot.
I'm not even going to say it anymore.
Incredible. You called it, Jimmy. Ricky. Oh, just hit the left chains.
Hey, boy.
Will, no problem. Nico, a little right chains. Looked like he might have trouble, but no problem at all. Well, there we go. Look at Paul Macbeth. Incredible. Folks, here we are on basket 18, a par 4, 552 feet.
Okay, so they make up for the OB on the final hole. There's OB everywhere on this hole. It does make you think, though. You can play this safe.
Well, Nico,
and look who played safe. Wow.
Incredible. I wouldn't have predicted that. But
no, me neither.
Good shot.
I mean, you can still get your birdie by playing this safe.
Paul juiced his shot.
I can't tell if he's OB, though. I don't think so, but...
All right. Didn't see the finish, but Will seems like he's all right. Uh-oh. Ricky's down there. You could see him. I heard another tree.
See, now Nico went safe and still isn't really, like, center cut.
Coming in. Coming in. Good.
Wow, close to the OB, but he's safe.
Safe on this hole is good. That's not. Wow.
Ooh. Tough hole there for Ricky. Nico with a par here at the end.
And that's another course record.
Look at that, 2 in a row yesterday and today. Paul Macbeth, the fans just with a big round of applause. They know what they've seen today. Disc golf greatness for sure. Great round here at Moraine State Park. Look at that. And Paul Macbeth was down by 1 when we started this round. He's breaking away here at the Worlds. We're going to take a quick break, folks. When we come back, we will wrap up. Well, Jimmy, you said this was a great course, and Paul Macbeth, after shooting a course record yesterday, does it again.
Yeah, he did. This was a dominant game by Paul. I mean, Ricky shot at 57 and lost by 6 strokes in the round. I mean that's nuts. I mean, just insane.
You know, every time you see Paul going to make a putt, they were going in. And even when he had a bad shot, his recoveries were phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have very many bad shots. I think the recovery automatically on 2 just sort of set the pace. Like, you know, he wasn't going to be denied today. You know, a lot of guys talk about different tournaments. This is the world. You know, I'm the world champion. You got to come get it from me.
Well, and you can't take anything away from the other 3 players. Great players, but just the dominance that Paul showed today just really shows why he's the 3-time world champion coming into this event.
Yeah, he put pressure back on these guys. I mean, you know, he was trailing. You know, I mean, he was like really well off the mark of Will yesterday, and by the end of the day, he's 6 strokes up on Ricky. And like 11 strokes up on Will. I mean, just like that. I mean, he just turns it up to another notch and goes.
Wow, incredible, Jimmy. Well, Jimmy, you know, I can't say enough, and I know you share the same sentiment. Our cameraman, producer Kevin McGorry just does a phenomenal job out in the field covering these. His positioning, the way he frames his shot, it's just great. And I think that's really the big success here of Disc Golf Monthly. So our hats off to our great producer, Kevin McGorry. Folks, that's all we have for this month, but guess what? Come back next month because we're going to follow the top women in the finals here at the PDGA Worlds. That should be pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
Well, we thank all the volunteers and the tournament directors and all the players for the event, and you folks at home that got to tune in. We hope you'll be with us next month. That's all we have for this edition. I'm Carl Cubbage, joined by the legend in Delaware, Jimmy McIlvaine, for Disc Golf Monthly, the show that takes you one step closer to the sport of disc golf.